This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When send past the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you can support the channel. Cash App, $ nothing but Knicks. PayPal at paypal.me/nothing but Knicks. You got the link in the description of the video. It's also pinned to the top of your YouTube chat. But let's get down to it. The New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, get a much-needed win tonight versus the Toronto Raptors before they head out on a 5-game road trip. West Coast swing, that is. Not just a 5-game road trip, but a 5-game West Coast trip. Stuttering over myself a little bit. But a good win for the Knicks. Gave up a lot of points. Gave up 130 points. Scored a lot of points. 136 points. I don't know if this is the recipe for the Knicks to win, but however they get it done, they need to get it done. I still believe they gotta get it done on the defensive side, man. 130 points. They've been giving up a lot of points the last 4 or 5 games, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if they can continue to win that way, but they got the win tonight over the Toronto Raptors. Josh, what's poppin' with you, man?
Salute, Sam. Salute to the chat. Salute to the NBK family. Yes, Sam, we got it done tonight some way, somehow. I personally didn't expect the Knicks to win this game tonight because of the Quickley injury. And, of course, losing Mitch, it's definitely a tremendous loss right there within itself. But they found a way to pull this one out, and all led by, the guy who's been performing extremely well since, I want to say, Thanksgiving, Julius Randle.
Yeah.
He is completely unstoppable right now. And I think his teammates are rallying around him and playing, due to his great play. So, yeah, we pulled it out. Some way, somehow, we pulled it out tonight, and look forward to the road trip.
Yeah, the Knicks pulled it out tonight for sure, ladies and gentlemen. They shot 60% from the field, the Knicks did tonight. 60% from the field, 58.6% from the three-point line. Those are the type of numbers that the Bucks did against us the other night. The Knicks did that against the Raptors tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, they only shot 65% from the free throw line. But, when you're shooting 60% from the field, you don't need to shoot a high percentage from the free throw line, although you still want them to get those free throw numbers up. 50 rebounds for the Knicks tonight. All right, the Raptors 49, so they still won that rebounding battle. 36 assists. That's a high number of assists, ladies and gentlemen. 36 assists tonight for the New York Knicks. 32 for the Raptors. All right. The Raptors shot 49%. They shot 35.9% from the three-point line. Really, really good offensive game for the Knicks. Defensively, I don't know. Probably there's much to be desired. But points to the paint for the Knicks, 56. For the Raptors is 52. Second chance points, the Raptors 23, the Knicks 15. And fast break points, the Knicks 14 fast break points. The Raptors had 16 fast break points. As for your leading scorers of the game, ladies and gentlemen, Julius Randle led the Knicks with 34 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists tonight for Julius Randle. Played a really good basketball game. R.J. Barrett had 27 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Brunson, 21 points, 9 assists. 19 points for Quentin Grimes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Josh Hart, 16 points, 8 rebounds. No, I'm sorry. Josh Hart, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. And Isaiah Hartenstein, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in double digits for the Knicks. 6 players in double digits. You know what I mean? You're gonna put up nice performances when you have those kind of numbers out there on the court, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna put up good performances, and they did so tonight. Tony, what's your take on the game tonight, man?
Great team win. You mentioned assist. That was a season high.
Yeah. Not just the season high, but like for however many years.
Oh wow!
Right, that they've had that that high of a.
Oh, I think what was that, the 96?
Yeah, I think that was 96.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did see a stat. I had it on mute, so I didn't know what they were referring to. But the players in double figures, 6. That's the season high. You know what I mean? It was it was a bunch of season highs they was mentioning after the game for this particular game. So but there was individual players that had season highs tonight. The team with the assists. So great team win, man, and we're gonna need that moving forward.
Yeah, much needed win moving forward because they go on a West Coast trip, and then they got a couple of tough games after the West Coast trip. So they definitely needed to get this win tonight, and they did. They got the win. You know what I mean? Despite Mitchell Robinson being out, despite Immanuel Quickley being out, the Knicks were able to pull off a very, very important win. To save off a lot of fans were panicking, because of, what I mean? When I did the game preview, people, man, if Jalen Brunson out and IQ and Mitchell Robinson, people were panicking a little bit. But the Knicks, they stepped up to the plate, and let's hope that they can continue to step up to the plate for the remainder for this road trip that's coming up. But anything stand out to you about this particular basketball game? Either one of you, Josh, Tony, either one, don't matter.
Yeah. I'll go first. And again, it's Julius Randle. I mean, he got whatever he wanted on the floor offensively, whatever he wanted. And he's just in a specific or some sort of just mode right now where he's making decisions faster. He is aggressive, ultra aggressive on the offensive end. And I think, again, his teammates are just rallying around him. To me, that's just what stood out for me. Whenever he's going like this, the Knicks look like a team that, outside of Milwaukee and Boston, they can't be beat, honestly, if Julius Randle's playing in this way, right? And that's the thing for me that stood out for the most part.
Okay, Tony, anything for you?
I'm a piggyback real quick off of Josh because I agree. But not only do I agree, I just feel like moving forward, this is what we're gonna need from him. And Brunson, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna need a collective, but we need him back at all NBA, all-star form moving forward. And he's been there as of late. You know what I mean? Player of the week last week and off to a pretty good start for a consecutive week. So or excuse me, a week ago. You know what I mean? But we're gonna need that moving forward. But I'm gonna go with Grimes just for the fact that he's seemingly, even last game, is more aggressive in that second unit. You know what I mean? So if he's gonna up his performance and his game and his aggression, then I think that's exactly what we need from him, and it'll help him moving forward. Because as we always say, it doesn't really matter who starts the game; it matters who finishes. And tonight he finished the game as well. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? When you're playing well in your role, and then at the end of the game, you're already comfortable because you're already in rhythm, you're already confident. You know what I mean? So now you could be relied upon to close the game. So right. I'm gonna go with Grimes.
Yeah, hopefully he feels more free in that second unit. You know what I mean? And maybe he feels like he can take a little bit more chances. And then of course tonight Immanuel Quickley wasn't there, so that gave him the chance to, get a few more minutes, maybe do a little bit more with the ball than he normally would. So we'll see if it continues to work out that way for Quentin Grimes.
He was a lot more aggressive tonight than last night. I mean, than last game, but he was more aggressive last game as well. Tonight, I noticed a lot of relocation. Like he wasn't just standing in that certain spot. he was looking at what was going on and then finding the open area. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, we really have to start asking the question now because you guys have been advocating for this change for a long time. But conversely, Dante DiVincenzo did not have his best game scoring the basketball in that first unit, right? So is that move, or was that move a product of, or was Grimes' lack of performance a product of the system, or was it Grimes? Was it more of Grimes, or was it both? Right? Because Dante DiVincenzo in his past 2 games, he hasn't really been performing that well offensively in that starting group.
Offensively, yes, but he's been contributing, rebounding the ball, assisting, and still pretty good defense. So steals or what have you. So I think that's the difference. Grimes was not affecting the game at all if he wasn't scoring.
He was still in
defensively.
Right.
Pardon me.
Correct.
But you know what I mean, like rebounding, offense, just reading the game. It was like he was only really good at defense, and sometimes he wasn't.
Sometimes he wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest point that I'm trying to make is I don't think the Knicks are that much of a better team, if at all, with the lineup change. I don't have a problem with the move. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's done, whatever it is, and I thought Grimes is indispensable or dispensable anyway. But I just didn't like the fact that they made the move so soon. But if this team is going to play the same way and be the same team as a collective, fine, no problem.
I for one think it's going to work out in the long run, because if Quentin Grimes can feel more comfortable in the second unit, me personally, I have no concerns with Dante DiVincenzo being able to find his rhythm and get his. I just think he's that more of a heady player than Quentin Grimes, in my opinion. Tonight, 3 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and I feel like the rebounds, I feel like he can get that just about any night that he's out there, and I feel like he'll get the assists because he's a better playmaker. So if it helps to maximize Grimes in the second unit, and me personally, I feel like Dante DiVincenzo will find his rhythm in the first unit. We'll see how it works. My concern overall is the overall defense, though, right now, because we've been giving up so many points lately. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's the Knicks or our teams just, we're at a point in the season where teams are really getting some rhythm. But, we gave up 130 points tonight. We won because we scored 136, but we gave up 130 points. We just gave up 146 to Milwaukee. What did we give up to Boston the other day?
Well, between the two of them, we was averaging 135.
Right.
The 2 losses.
Yeah. So
giving up 135.
That's a lot of points. And I'm still not sure if the Knicks can actually keep up with that amount of points. Now, they've scored a lot of points lately, but I'm not confident that they're going to continue to score, that they're going to continue to win games by giving up 125 to 135 points per game. You know what I mean? So, I definitely have some concerns about the defense right now.
Well, it's been done before. I'm not necessarily saying with the Knicks, but it's been done before, teams being able to win games off their offense.
Yeah.
Maybe this is who this particular team is. Maybe this is who they are. I understand the concerns with the defense, obviously. But regular season time, I think it's possible to win games just by being a really good offensive team. And right now, the Knicks are playing like a really good offensive team.
Yeah, I just don't think it can last with this team. I don't think that they're going to be, right now they're playing and shooting the ball. I mean, they're definitely not going to shoot 60% every time they step out there on the floor.
See, honestly, I was gonna if this didn't come up, I was gonna see if you want to do a quick show 15 minutes later. But I'm gonna just talk about it now. It came up. This is why I said I feel like Randle is gonna have to be this Randle moving forward, because it seems like the trend of this particular team is and with Mitchell Robinson currently being out, 2 months, I think we're gonna have to make an adjustment. So my question to you was gonna be, are we going to have to figure out how to win games offensively moving forward? And do we have enough to do it? You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah,
don't see our defense necessarily improving to the point to where it's 105. You know what I mean? Where it was.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
So I think it's gonna trend towards, you know what I mean, hopefully 110, you know what I mean? Not no 125, 135, but you know what I mean? I think we're gonna have to get it to at least 110. And then that'll be a range to where we could get to 110 every night. And or, you know what I mean, 115, whatever it is. Because 135 or one, you know what I mean, giving up 130, having to compete with that night in and night out is gonna be a task.
Tough task. That's a tough task. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe Josh is right. Maybe this team can play. Maybe this team can score this amount of points and win. We'll find out. We'll find out in the coming weeks and months, because Mitchell Robinson is going to be out for at least 2 months. You know what I mean? Let me get to a call real quick. We'll break down some more stuff. Caller, you're live. Name me where you're from, please.
Hey, yo, this is Jay Levy.
Hey, what's going on, Levy? How you feeling, man?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain at all. We got a W. Watching this game, to me, first of all, man, what's going on, Tony, man? I got to say that. What's going on, Tony, man? What's up, Josh? What's good with you guys, man?
Salute,
I got to say that.
Yeah.
What's good?
Y'all can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. What I wanted to say was, when I was really into the part where y'all was talking about like the defensive end of it and the points end of it, and I thought that was an interesting, conversation. But what I noticed is immediately today, without Mitch in it, the offense flows freely. Nothing against Mitch. I love Mitch, and I think Mitch plays a major part in our organization and on this team. But I just noticed, like, they were wide open going to the basket. They was wide open passing. The ball was moving. It just looked different. Now I can't say what it's going to look like 3-4 games from now. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did. I'd be making all the prize picks and everything else going on,
right,
and getting rich. But the reality of it is, I really believe when you remove him from the middle of it, when they know he can't shoot, and they know the only thing we can do is give him the ball, I think Jericho brought something a little different, because I think Jericho wasn't really looking for the ball. But the one time that you slept on him, Brunson threw him the alley-oop. Where with Mitch, I think they kind of packed the paint in, and it didn't give Julius the room to operate like he did today. Like, Julius was just like saying, Mitch ain't here. I can go ahead anytime I want to. Nobody else can really stop me. It's almost like the way our offense is designed. And I love Mitch and I need Mitch, but it's the way it's designed. Sometimes it seems like we unintentionally clog the paint. Where tonight it looked like everybody was free to move the way they wanted to move. I wanted you guys' take on that, but just from what I was watching, it just seemed like they were free flowing and they just figured out how to get to the paint anytime they wanted to. And because they could, the threes were wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why that 136 is on the board. The way it was, it just looked different from the previous games where we scored 120-something. This just looked a little different to me. Now, I think defensively, I did miss Mitch a little bit, because there's just certain people that's not coming into the paint because Mitch is there. But I'm just looking at it from the aspect of, hopefully they develop a different look going forward until Mitch comes back. So when he comes back, we have something to fall back on also, that maybe Tibbs could look at and say, you know what, tonight is the night to do this and not that.
Right.
So maybe we'll grow from this and become a bigger problem for the NBA. sometimes, you got to look at things as a blessing. And that's what I'm really trying to say,
Okay.
because Mitch usually gets hurt. I'm glad it's early and not late because I know we're going to need him down the stretch. But maybe we'll get more into a deeper mix and match.
Right.
Because I think Sims served his purpose. I really think he did tonight. I think Sims served his purpose.
7 rebounds.
I mean, he got 7 boards. Yeah, he got 7 boards, and the guy never played all year.
Right.
He didn't play all year, so could you imagine Sims a month from now when he's understanding where everybody's going to be at and how they're going to be moving? And I don't think nobody takes that into consideration, but, and I also noticed that move with Grimes and DiVincenzo, to me, may turn out to be genius because I've never seen Grimes move the way he does. I've never seen Grimes just take the ball and dribble to the side and pop a jumper. I've never seen him do that. Like he just feels like all deals is off right now. I'll do whatever I want to do right now. If I touch this ball, I want to shoot, y'all gonna watch me shoot. And that's the Grimes that New York fans have always been waiting for. And it took for him to go to the bench to become that guy. And I watched him tonight, man. I was so proud of him, man. I really was proud of him, man. Like I really thought, like, that's the Grimes I've been waiting on.
Yeah.
And I've seen him have games with 22 or whatever. But tonight he just looked like he's a savage. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I think he just feels freer maybe in that second unit. You know what I mean? He doesn't feel like, I got to get a ball to Randle. I got to get a ball to Brunson. I got to get a ball to RJ. Especially tonight without Immanuel Quickley on the floor, he probably just felt really free. And that's a good thing. Hopefully he continues to feel that way.
Because it came to a point where I realized Grimes was back on the floor. He was moving like he didn't realize Juice was out there. He didn't realize that Hart was out there. He was just like, if I get it and I see any way I can score, I'm going to score. And I was like, that's the guy that we wanted in the starting unit. When you touch the ball, do whatever you want to do.
Right.
But I guess he was a little overwhelmed because, you're dealing with Julius, you're dealing with Brunson, you're dealing with RJ. I think he was a little overwhelmed. But I think going to the bench, I think he's enjoying the bench. I think sometimes people think that's a demotion, but sometimes that's like the ultimate promotion.
Right.
Because, like you said, it set him free. And I watched him tonight, and I'm so proud of the way he played because he just played like, I'm a killer. I get you anytime I want to get you. When it's my turn, I'll take it. If I miss, I'll take it next time down the court, too. Like, I just like the way he went at it today. He went at it like a pirate.
Yeah.
I love that. I really love the way he went at it today. Like, that was really interesting watching him today because I was like, man, this guy, man, he just looked like he don't care. He'll let that thing go anytime he wants to.
We'll see if he continues to do it,
and
man.
I was watching other people watching him. The other players was like, let it go. Do you.
Right.
Have fun.
Right.
Enjoy yourself. But Julius was just, I don't know who this guy is right now.
He's on fire tonight. Julius is.
I don't even know. I mean, like literally, like over the last week, I don't even know who this guy is trying to become. He seems like he got tired of that. He's just all NBA because he's on the Knicks. He's trying to show like what he did to Giannis and them. This guy is really like. I'm glad he got that ankle surgery because he's about to put all the Knick haters to bed. And if you ain't to bed, you just a Knick hater. Because what he's doing is just like, it's crazy. Like, I'm watching him go into the hole, and I'm like, yeah, this is you, Jules. Where normally I'd be like, pass it. Now I'm like, nah, Jules, do you? And then he'll pass when he needs to. It seems like he's figuring it out. Like, he's figured it all the way out.
I hope so.
Like, y'all gave him too much time, man. They gave him too much time. They let him live. They let him live through the thumbs down. They let him live through all of that. He got 2 All-NBAs. I believe he really, really is at I watched his interview at the end of the game.
They ain't let him live. He survived. You know what I mean? They ain't let him
I'll give
live.
you that, Tony. I'll give you that, Tony. You're right. He survived. Pardon me, Tony. He survived. But I watched him at the end of the game interview, and he was like, when we moving the ball, we at our best. And he's been the best at moving the ball. I'll give him that. He stood on his words because he's been the best at moving the ball. And sometimes we look at losses and we don't pay attention to the victories within the losses.
Yeah.
And the fact that Julius is getting that thing out of his hand faster and them double teams and everything that comes at him, we just practicing, man. I ain't saying we're a championship team, but I see we building towards something that could be great. We're a couple of moves away, no more than 2. But I think that we're moving towards something that could be great. And you just need the right pieces. We need like maybe 1 or 2 more pieces, and we'll be okay.
No doubt.
But the fact that Julius just like share the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. Levy.
I'm okay with that, man. But I love the show. I wish I would. I'm trying to figure out how have y'all been demonetized when y'all have more platforms moving than everybody else?
I don't know. It's a question I've been asking for a while. You know what I'm saying? And we can't get the answer from YouTube, but next month we can reapply. So you know what I mean? We're gonna reapply next month, and hopefully things go well. But I want to shout out to all of everybody, because everyone's been supporting the channel, keeping things going. You know what I mean? So, big up to you all, man. Believe you, I appreciate your time, brother.
Yo, Josh, I'm going to get at you, bro, because, you turned the corner, Josh. You are doing extraordinary. The stuff I hear your takes, like, you just, like, I give it to you, Josh, because at first I thought you just the angry Knicks fan. Now I realize, man, you just really was waiting for a product you could endorse.
Yeah. No doubt. Don't gas his head up, though.
That's always been the case. But just like Randle, I survived. I persevered.
Don't gas his head up. His head is big enough, man.
Go against you. Yo, you stood strong on your square, Josh. I ain't mad at you. But love you guys, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Keep up the good work,
no
man.
doubt. Appreciate it. Peace. Yeah, Julius Randle, man. What'd you say?
I like that, Josh. I like that.
I said, stop hating, man.
Don't gas his head up no more. Come on, y'all. What y'all doing?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I had it muted, but I'm over here like Family Feud. Good answer.
Julius Randle, though, man, over the last 5 games, 28.8 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting 60% from the field and 50% from the three-point line on 3.6 three-point attempts per game. That's the last 5 games.
Sam, I have the last 10 games pulled up. I was going to say 25 points per game, shooting 52% from the field, 35 or 36% from 3, to almost 9 rebounds a game, or over 9 rebounds a game over the last 10 games. Mm-hmm. So it's been longer than 5. He's been balling.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, last 10 games, yeah, he's been hooping, but the last 10, he's gone, elevated his scoring up a little bit more even, over the last 5. So we'll see if he can continue to play at this level. He's definitely playing at an all-NBA level right now. Last 10 games, he's playing at an all-NBA level. Everybody else got to catch up and play with him. Make sure they're playing with him.
Simba, one thing what the caller said that, I'm kind of perplexed that he would say something like that is that, he don't know who this person is. We know who this person is. We know who this is already. And I just think too often, because it's a popularity contest with the Knicks, right? Who's the best player on the team, Brunson or Randle? Most people, I think, will say Brunson. But to me, I never felt that it was Brunson. I always thought it was Randle, because I think for the majority of Knicks fans, a lot of it is a popularity contest, right? Randle, put the thumbs down, right? Him having his moody outbursts and stuff like that. And I think that's rubbed a lot of Knicks fans the wrong way. But pound for pound, to me, I just always felt like Julius Randle was the best player on this team. And it's close. You can go either way with it. I won't get mad if someone says it's Brunson. It's really close. But Randle, we've seen this Randle before, but people somehow act like they forgot.
Yeah,
Not me.
Yeah, I still think Brunson is the best player on the team because I think his decision making is better. I think he comes through in the clutch more than Randle does, and those two things are big for me.
I was actually gonna say,
and he's more consistent too. Brunson's more consistent. Don't forget about that.
I was actually gonna say both of you guys are right. I mean, both because I feel like Randle's the better player. I feel like when it comes fourth quarter, because of the decision making, I think that's where Brunson takes that leap. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. First three quarters, you know what I mean. I go with Randle. Brunson know how to take a back seat and it don't affect. You know what I mean? Like come up in the clutch moments and he'll still end up with 25 or you know what I mean or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think Randle's the more talented player. You know what I mean? You know, just talent, just pure talent. I think he's the more talented player. But I think Brunson makes that up with the intangibles.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I feel like he can personally go either way with it, like Tony said. You know, it's not even a competition between the two. But I just think when people act like, a lot of Knicks fans forget who the hell Julius Randle is. When he is on, and there's literally nobody that can guard him in the NBA. We had this conversation, what was it, 2 seasons ago, Sim, about him being unstoppable and in isolation and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth. It's literally the truth. And I think when teams game plan against him, for me, like I know you said you had those things that put Brunson ahead of Randle, but for me, teams game plan more against Randle than they do Brunson. Like if we stop Randle, if we stop him, if that's the guy we need to stop, double team him or play that quasi zone man type of defense, then we can stop the Knicks, right? And I'm not saying you're right, I'm right. That's not what I'm trying to get at. But I just think people oftentimes forget about who the hell Julius Randle is.
Yeah.
And right now he's playing lights out.
Yeah, and I think right now what's really helping him is the mid range. He's finding different ways to score in the mid range.
I was waiting for it, Sim. That was going to be my other question to you.
Yeah, he's finding ways to score in that mid range, different ways, and it's changing his game right now. You know what I mean? It's changing his game right now. You don't got to take 8 threes. You know, he's eating in the mid range right now. You know, and that might be, hopefully, if he continues to elevate his game. You know what I mean? We get you a phone call right quick. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you support the channel. As my man said, we've been demonetized, so support us, ladies and gentlemen. You can hit us on the super chat. I'm sorry, the Cash App. If I wasn't demonetized, you could hit us on the super chat. You can hit us on the Cash App. All right? I just put the information in the YouTube chat. It's also pinned to the top of the YouTube chat, and it's also in the description of the video. All right, Cash App is $ nothing but Knicks, or PayPal is paypal.me/nothing but Knicks. Go ahead and support us, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely appreciate it. Call you live. Name me where you're from, please.
Hey, what up, Sam? What up, Josh? What up, Tony? This is Silk Sutton from Brooklyn.
Silk, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling, man?
Silk?
How you doing? Sam, we talked earlier. You said, was I panicking? I said I wasn't panicking, but I was sweating. My brow's dry tonight. I'm good.
Yeah.
One thing about Randle I'm liking, and maybe the ankle injury and him watching film says this is where I could eat with shooters around me. He getting in that post, he getting like 5. He ain't doing that 12-footer mid-range. He doing that 5-footer mid-range. And like they say, it's easy to hit that mid-range when you're close. And I might have to send Daddy Brunson a Christmas present because he might be working on Randle in the mid-range, helping him. Like,
he might be.
Brunson.
He might be. He might be.
And I noticed one thing when Dante's in there, even though he ain't getting a lot of shots, they left Grimes more to double team on RJ, on Brunson, on Randle than they do Dante. They leaving RJ open. And if you leave RJ open, he could try to shoot the 3 or he could drive one on you. See, Grimes wasn't doing that in the starting lineup. He was either shooting the 3 or passing it. The guy they leaving open now, because they don't really want to double team Brunson right now with Dante out there. And they do have to double team him. It's RJ's guy they leaving. Right. So that's a double threat. RJ could shoot the 3 or drive it on him.
Right.
So it's a double threat. So I'm kind of liking that. Because I told you I felt Grimes to get more freedom in the bench because he's a young dude. He don't want to take shots from the start. He's nervous about doing that. But with the young bucks, I go for mine, and he don't care. I got a question though for the panel right here. If Grimes keep doing this through December, it's Quickley gone. Because they can't pay both. They can't pay Quickley, Grimes, RJ, Brunson, Randle. So there's always going to be who they keeping, Grimes or Quickley. If Grimes is averaging 15 or 16 points as a two guard off the bench, and Quickley wants to start somewhere, and they're going to induce us a cheaper option to get a start here, it's Quickley gone.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Man, I hope not. But here's what I will say that could open the door to it. Deuce. And how he continues to play. Like, he didn't play a lot of minutes tonight, but I think he played well.
But his handle wasn't shaky, and his only three he took, he hit.
Yeah, I mean, see, my thing is, if I'm choosing between Grimes and IQ, I'm choosing IQ all day.
100%.
That's why I'm choosing IQ. If it's the choice between those two, I'm choosing IQ.
But that's not going to be the ultimate decision. The decision's if we lose an IQ, I think it's in the trade.
Trade.
You know what I mean? So it's not going to be in free agency. So in that case, you're not picking. You're not. You know what I mean? It's not just the choice between those two players because you're bringing in somebody you want.
I mean, but like just answering his question when he says if Grimes plays well, doesn't mean IQ is gone. I just don't think so. I think that the team is going to believe in IQ. Believes in IQ longer term, than Quentin Grimes. I don't think his play makes IQ expendable. Let me say that.
Right. I think Grimes is more expendable.
Yeah, I don't think his play
Grimes
is going
the most expendable guard on the team right now.
Yeah.
I agree with all of you, but if his level of play increases and then Quickly's the guy that other teams want, you know what I mean? I think they will be less reluctant to pull a move.
I don't know. I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Listen, I hope not. Y'all know Quickley my favorite Knick.
Yeah, I mean, I just think everybody. I mean, there was a point, right, when I thought, well, maybe IQ was going to be expendable because Dante DiVincenzo was there and everything. Right. But when I'm watching them play this year, I'm like, I can't see why the Knicks would make him expendable. I feel like he's too important to the team. And I feel like before he goes to free agency this year, I think the Knicks are going to extend him at the end of the season.
I think expendable is a bad word, though.
I'm nervous. See, I'm a Quickley guy, but I got a motto. I never buy guys' jersey until they get that second contract. Otherwise, I would have been getting Knox jerseys and Ntilikina jerseys. And my family wanted to buy me a Quickley jersey just because I said, no, he didn't sign an extension. I'm not going to get a Knicks. I don't get a Knicks player jersey until they get their second contract with us. That's just the thing with me. But if Grimes is pulling 15 and 17 points a game, he's a more defensive, physical two guard. Quickley's more like a shooting guard than a point guard. If he could get us a DeRozan or somebody like that with Fournier off the team to clear out some of the gluttony that we got, I'm afraid that because they may not want to pay Quickley $30 million to come off the bench as the backup point, and they can't pay both of them. And if Grimes continues to do this for a month and a half, like Quickley turned the corner after December last year, and he showed his sign. If Grimes coming from the bench between now and the All-Star break is pulling 15 and 17 points a game off the bench, they may say, okay, we got 2 years before we have to pay Grimes. We got to pay Quickley next year. They may try to trade him for a star before he gets to free agency.
So it would have to take a star player for me to be willing to make that move, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I think the difference is, and the reason why you trade for a star is for the ball handling and the pull up ability, and Quickley provides that. He literally provides that. So I mean, if you had to make it to make it happen for a star, I'm gonna do it. But outside of that, No, I think we need Immanuel Quickley, and I think Grimes, because his game, him and DiVincenzo's games kind of resemble each other as far as their role within the offense, in my opinion. That makes Grimes the more expendable one. We can afford to get rid of a Grimes and a Fournier to bring in the $25 million player back. You know what I'm saying? We can afford to do that. But to me, I think the Knicks need to keep Quickley at all costs, particularly if they don't get a star player, particularly if they don't get one. If they need to keep him at all costs, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I ain't jumping out. I mean, I'm glad Grimes scored his 19 points, and I'm not jumping out the window yet because Immanuel Quickley got to come back. You know what I'm saying? And is the ball going to spread to him as much when Immanuel Quickley is back, right?
But did he catch 15 against the Milwaukee game with Quickley there? So it seems like him and Quickley got good numbers together.
I mean, you know.
You look at the stats of him and Quickley, they're high plus when they play together.
Well, let's see him be consistent with it. I mean, we know IQ is going to be, IQ is consistent. He's been, the last 2 years, he's really been consistent, giving you the 15, 16 points a game. You know what I mean? Let's see how it flows.
I hear you. And Josh, since that guy changed your name, we might just have to change your name, man. He said you changed your persona of the Knicks. So instead of Uncle Fulio, we might have to start calling you Uncle Coolio. Uncle Cool. How you like that?
I'll consider it.
All right. Y'all have a good one, y'all.
All right, so
that's back to back for you, Josh. You getting love tonight.
I just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? That's all I do. Keep it real.
Josh came in on a good night. Getting love tonight. Good night.
If the night's not over yet, Sam, the pod's not over yet. Just wait.
Somebody. All right, let's see who we got. We got another call on the line. Please make sure you mute the background caller. All right, as soon as you mute the background, we can get you on. But we can hear a lot of, we can hear some stuff going on in the background. All right, you're live, my brother. How you feeling? You there?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
What's popping with you? How you feeling?
Hi, this is Alec from Jersey.
What's going on, man? How you feeling tonight?
Good. You guys are talking about Quickley. Listen, Quickley is to me, when he's out in second unit, I wish he distributed the ball a little bit more. Yes, he's a firepower when he comes out. But for me, I'm an old guard from back in the 70s. I see that he could get more people involved. Trading him for a star, I don't know. I think we could package him with somebody else. I like Brogdon in Portland. Come back maybe with Grant on that, so that we get 2 for 1. How do you guys think about that?
Personally,
don't like it.
I'm not crazy about Brogdon because I don't know if he's going to stick around as far as being healthy.
Well, I was just going because I was going through some of the rosters this afternoon just to see it, pick and choose. He's one that could replace, but then again, on the second unit, they seem for today and a couple of days times when Quickley was hurt, that second unit seems to roll a little bit better when he's not there. Now, yes, he is a scorer. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doubting that. But I see that the second unit rolls a little bit better, all right? Especially when Grimes is there, and Grimes and Hart, they seem to have chemistry. So also Hartenstein. So Quickley for me is like this, has the same little issues as Randle. Randle would be perfect if he just concentrate on the foul line, setting him up on the foul line, let him try to be a poor man's Joker, I should say. But these guys, I saw a play in the second quarter. Randle was out, and that second unit blossomed, brought the score up and everything. As soon as Randle came back in, the ball stagnating. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, Randle did his thing, 30, whatever, 31 today, and so on. But it seems sometimes I don't know. The ball just doesn't move a lot when he's there.
How many assists for Randle tonight? 6?
And again, the thing with the assists with Randle and Brunson, and again, what I see, I don't know if you guys see it also, they pass to each other. Now, a lot of times when Randle does pass to somebody, he's stuck up in the air. He throws it to either Grimes or whoever in the last second, and those guys have to make the last second shot. Now, again, this time Grimes hit two shots with 2 seconds on the clock. Again, I watched the game as a coach, as a playmaker, so I'm a little bit different. I'm not much of one guy dominating the ball or two guys dominating the ball, because I think I had spoken to you guys earlier about when Brunson, Brunson could just lob it to Mitch. Look, today in the first quarter, the first time you saw Sims, he lobs it to him.
Mm-hmm.
That play is open at least 2 or 3 times every quarter to whoever's playing the center position, right? And today he also passed it to Einstein and stuff. That's when he's good. That's what I see. What I like. I would like Randle to be the same way. Again, I watch the game differently. I don't watch it to win. I watch it to see how the chemistry is, how it's going.
So let me ask you this then. With Brunson, what's the difference between him passing to Jericho Sims, which he did? You said you noticed he did it tonight, and Mitchell Robinson.
In the games that I see,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many times can you replay it in your head when he does do it to Mitchell?
I mean, I think you can go back and find some highlights of him throwing the oop to Mitchell Robinson this season.
No, I'm not saying he does it. I'm just saying that play is there at least 2 times a quarter. Every quarter. Mitchell Robinson should be averaging 12 points a game on just oops, but they just don't give it to him. But yet they give it to Sims. I don't know if they trust him or they don't trust.
Maybe they want to keep Robinson in position for offensive rebound.
But I think you probably have to slow it down and look at it and really see, is there somebody on the backside waiting for that alley-oop where it looks like Mitch is open, but really there's a guy on the backside waiting for that alley-oop? You know what I mean? And so it might look like it's there to us, but maybe it's not actually there. I think you got to look at it and see. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he's never been missed, because he has been missed, on alley-oops before. There's no doubt about it. It's not always as easy as it looks, I guess I would just say.
You're
finding
probably
that
right,
time.
because when I played the game, it was a little bit slower and stuff and everything and so on. So I understand. The players are much different. I understand that also too. But I believe all these guys were the number one options in college. They all grew up. They all are triple threats.
Mm-hmm.
It's a simple game. To me, I bring the game to a simplicity. You could either shoot, drive, or pass, and make it easy for everybody else. How many times when you played and you have 2 guys that just hogging the ball and you're running to your spot and they don't give it to you or they miss you, you get depressed. You get, and you're running just like with them. You're hustling. You're getting rebounds. You're playing defense. And you do it 2 or 3 times and they miss you 2 times. You get frustrated. And a lot of times that's what you see. Not just with Grimes, not just Mitchell. Sometimes even RJ and stuff. So again, that's my pet peeve. That's my quirk. I mean, other guys see it different, but I understand. Again, go ahead.
I just said I get it. No, everybody, everyone's going to see the game a different way.
Yeah. So again, thank you for your time. Thank you for the call.
Appreciate you, my brother. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Sam, I get. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
No, I just think, that would be true in previous seasons for this team, but I just think they're moving the ball so much better this season, and I think there's no coincidence that they're scoring more, and that everybody's getting a chance to touch the ball, and everyone feels they feel a lot more confident on the floor. Outside of the whole Grimes issue, but the Knicks are moving the ball way more than they did in the previous few seasons, and I was always on Thibodeau for that, for the way they run their offense, but it's not the same this year. Now, there's going to be times where, there's isolation. There's going to be a lot of Randle, a lot of Brunson, a lot of Quickley, but this season, I think it's been much more in the opposite direction as far as moving the ball, everyone getting a chance to touch it, them getting up shots earlier in the shot clock and not waiting until the last little 5 seconds to get a shot up. Right. So I think this offense is much better. And I think timing has a lot to do with that. Like the times when we see it, if it happens during critical moments during the game and becomes more important, I can kind of see that argument. But I just think this team is different offensively, much better.
And there are going to be times, there are always going to be times when people get missed. They're wide open and they get missed. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. It's always going to happen. You know what I mean? You're never going to be spot on 100% of the time. I think the Knicks are moving the ball much better, playing, together a lot better than they have in the past. And hopefully it'll continue to grow. You know what I mean? But I think that they're moving the ball a lot much better. Plus, when we talk about the alley-oops to Mitch, Jericho Sims is a better screen setter, I think, than Mitchell Robinson, which is going to lead to, in my opinion, will lead to better alley-oop opportunities because, when you set that screen, you take one guy out. You know what I mean? So that can lead to, more pull-up opportunities for a guy like Jalen Brunson or whoever else is the ball handler, or more open opportunities at the basket for Jericho Sims. I also wanted to comment on my man, got his name now, but he was talking about, I lost my train of thought. Oh, he was talking about Mitchell Robinson and the lane being clogged, right? I think that, I think there was less double teaming from Toronto tonight, right? Which allowed Randle and Brunson and RJ to do a little bit more one-on-one, without catching the double team. I also think maybe Jericho Sims, Mitchell Robinson, no matter what's going on, Mitchell Robinson is going to end up diving to the basket to rebound. Like, that's his thing. Offensive rebounding is his thing. That's, he's great at it. And so he's going to dive so he can grab that offensive rebound. And sometimes it does clog the lane. Jericho Sims, I don't think dives to the basket for that offensive rebound as much as Mitchell Robinson does, which might open up the lane a little bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then Jericho Sims is going to get less minutes than Isaiah Hartenstein, which might open up the floor a little bit more too. But, we can't discount the need for Mitchell Robinson's defense out there. And on nights when we're not shooting 60%, we're going to need those offensive rebounds.
I agree 100%, Sam. I'll just say, this has only been the first game since Mitchell Robinson's been out. So we still have to wait and see a little bit. But tonight, what I seen from the Knicks offensively was not that much different from what they've been doing over the past 20 games. Right? It's the same offense. They've been playing well. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they've been playing well offensively is because they're moving the ball. That's plain and simple. They're moving the ball way more. They're getting more points per game. They're getting up more shots. To me, that's the reason why their offense is performing that well. And I think it's going to be the same whether Mitch is in there, or whether he's not in there. I think it's more of a coaching philosophy thing, if I to be specific.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, Tony.
Now you took some of my train of thought as well. Back to that caller that was talking about the spacing with Sims. I think the fact that he sets those screens better, that helps with the spacing. Also, you hit the nail on the head with Mitchell Robinson is rolling every single time, no matter what. Sims may not be the shooting threat, like we don't know. Obviously, we haven't seen it, but he doesn't necessarily roll every time. And tonight, in particular, he was doing pick after pick after pick, whether it was the guy with the ball or off screen pick. You know what I mean? Like, so he's constantly doing, like, he'll set a pick and then get called right back for another one. You know what I mean? Like, right. Now we see that with Robinson, but that's not continuous with Robinson. For the most part, he's diving after a pick, and he doesn't set great picks like Sims does. So I think all those things does change the spacing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It does. It changes the spacing. I don't know. I guess we'll see if the if it's something that Tom Thibodeau was able to take going forward, even when Mitch gets back. Even when Mitch gets back. The Knicks win tonight, 136-130 over the Toronto Raptors. Big win. The Knicks needed the win, heading into a tough 5-game road trip. We'll talk about that shortly. Any key plays or decisions that, you thought turned the game or anything?
I got mine.
Go ahead, Tony.
I got mine.
Tony.
I don't know if it changed the game, but this is what we've been waiting for. That fire and that desire from Randle.
No doubt about it.
I mean? Getting that technical foul off the Monster Jam, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Like that emotion, I'm okay with it. This is what we've been waiting for. Again, we don't need him to go crazy, but you could have a play like that in the heat of the moment when you showing that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's my play. That's my play right there. Boom.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, that was tremendous. I mean, I think that's that would be the obvious one. But I'm going to go somewhere else here. I'm going to say Josh Hart and his ability to he played a really good all around game today. Obviously made shots, defended well, and his just activeness on the offensive glass, because we didn't have Mitch. He was very, very active on the offensive glass and on the glass, period. Right. So I'm going to go with Josh Hart.
So that's your player of the game, Josh Hart.
Yes.
Player of the game. Okay. Well, my play of the game, and I agree with you, Tony. I don't know if it was the key play, but it was big, right? It was big. So that's my Cash App money play of the game right there. Julius Randle with the big monster dunk. And shout out to Jamal Randolph, who made the Cash App money play of the game. You know what I mean? Appreciate the Cash App. But yeah, Julius Randle showed fire. He got the crowd behind him. When's the last time you heard the crowd chant Julius Randle?
Or MVP for Julius.
You know what I'm saying? You don't hear it much, but they love the passion. The crowd loves the passion, the fire, the desire. Nobody cared about the technical foul. We'll take it. You know what I'm saying? The only person that might care about it is Greg in the chat. I'm sure he probably put something in there. Yeah, but he got the tech though. You know what I mean? Greg, he probably cares about it. I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of play that you want to see. That's the heart, the fire, the desire that you want to see from Julius Randle. That's when he's at his best. When he plays with that kind of passion. You know what I'm saying? And it was a beautiful, beautiful play, beautiful dunk. You know what I mean? The crowd got behind him, started chanting his name. We just want to see more of that. More of that from Julius Randle. You know what I mean? More of that from Julius Randle. And yeah, Julius Randle is also my PayPal player of the game. How could he not be? In a big game tonight. He was, pretty much unstoppable tonight. Julius Randle again tonight. 34 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 66% from the field, shot 33% from 3. Played a monster game. You know what I mean? Monster game from Julius Randle. We can only hope that he continues to play this way for the entire season.
Yeah, he's trying to get rid of that every other year stigma.
Oh yeah.
He trying to knock that off.
And I hope he gets rid of it. You know what I mean? I hope he gets rid of it. So, yeah, Julius Randle is my PayPal player of the game. And shout out to my man, Chester Nason, for the $10 PayPal just sent not too long ago. I appreciate you, Chester. Thank you. Always there supporting the channel. Tony, do you have a player of the game for the night?
I'm doubling down. with Randle. I like your train of thought, Josh, with Josh Hart. No pun intended. But gotta go with Randle. And keep it up, man. We're gonna need this moving forward.
Yeah. I love the way Josh Hart played too, because he obviously played with a lot of passion as well. You know what I'm saying? And he's been playing with that kind of passion and energy. Well, he always plays that way. But in the beginning of the season,
since he spoke up.
Yep.
And Grimes too now.
Yep. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely like the way that Josh Hart was playing tonight, too. You know, always that key piece. Always that key piece. Any thoughts about this 5-game road trip coming up?
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
If it was a way to split, I would just be hoping for a split. But I'm hoping for 3-2 at least now. You know what I mean? Just win the trip. You know what I mean? However you gotta do it, win the trip.
Yeah, I think the last 4 games. The first game is going to be Utah, but then the last 4 games, I think it's Phoenix.
It's both LA.
Phoenix, the Clippers, the Lakers. Yeah, yes. No, it's a 5-game trip or a 4-game trip.
5-game trip.
So it's Utah, Phoenix, both the Lakers, Clippers, and who's the other one? Denver, probably.
No, they actually, it's a 4-game West Coast trip,
and then
the last one is Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. So
I think it's gonna be tough. But
yeah. So they go to Utah on Wednesday, 9 p.m. And then they play at Phoenix, at the Clippers, at Los Angeles Lakers, and then back home. Well, in Brooklyn for Brooklyn.
Yeah, back home.
Right, in Brooklyn for Brooklyn. And then they play at home versus Milwaukee on Saturday, December 23rd, and then at home versus Milwaukee on Monday on Christmas Day.
I think the middle 3 from the entire road trip is going to be the toughest ones. I think we can get by Utah. You know, not sleeping on anybody, but I think we can get by them. You know, hopefully Quickley's back. But I think the way the Suns, Clippers, and Lakers have been playing as of late, they're going to be really, really tough to beat. And you know, hopefully our defense can find some way to improve over this trip. But it's going to be really tough because all 3 of those teams can score. And the Lakers actually played probably the best defensive team we play on the trip. So,
yeah. You know, and, you know, listen, they're going to have a chance to get one of those signature wins. They haven't had a signature win this season, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't count the Miami win. I don't count the Miami win. I don't count the Clippers win either as a signature win, in my opinion, for me. I don't count those as signature wins. You know, so they're going to have a chance, though. They play Milwaukee twice over the next 7 games. They play Phoenix. So they're going to have a chance to get that signature win.
You said Milwaukee's home and home?
No, both of them. Yeah, both of them are at home.
But it's back to back.
Not back. Yeah, basically back to back. The 23rd,
and then Christmas,
and then Christmas,
and then 25th. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? They're gonna be all in. They're gonna be in this. It's in New York or it's in New York.
It's in New York.
Yeah, they're gonna be you know what I mean, having the whole holiday and Christmas. You know, I mean, the whole holiday in the city.
Yeah.
Celebrating with their families. Let's ruin Christmas for them. Ruin that whole trip. That's, you know what I mean?
No doubt. No doubt. Got to ruin that whole thing for them. You know, because, you know, they coming to New York to party.
I'm talking about everybody. The gifts come late. You ruin the whole experience.
You know, they coming to New York to win in the party. Hey, listen, the Bucks. I know the Knicks are motivated to beat the Bucks. They gotta be motivated to get one so they can prove to themselves, you know. And I think they probably understand that they haven't had a signature win yet this season. Some teams don't need a signature win. Milwaukee, Boston, you know, they don't need one of those wins because we know who they are. They know who they are. The Knicks need one of those wins because I still feel like the Knicks are proving to themselves who they are. And they're obviously proving, you know, to the league who they are. So I'd like to see them get one of those wins. Shout out to Walter White. Thank you for the Cash App. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. I definitely appreciate you. But yeah, that's a tough road trip for the Knicks. But you know what? Every time, the Knicks always somehow figure it out and surprise us, right? Come away with 3 wins out of the 5 or something like that. I mean, you would think they can beat Brooklyn, they can beat Utah, they get one of the LA wins, they're 3-2 on that road trip. You know what I mean? So, it's definitely possible.
Someone in the chat mentioned Phoenix beat us by a buzzer beater.
Yeah, but they didn't have Bradley Beal or KD.
That's true. I forgot KD was out.
Yeah.
I totally forgot KD was out. Beal's back now, right? Or he's on his way back Tuesday.
Bill's back.
Yeah. So
no. Durant's back, not Bill.
Okay.
I think Bill's back tomorrow.
Okay. So I mean, you know what I mean? That's obviously going to look different the second time we play them. And then, LA is coming off the high of, winning the in-season tournament and all of that. I seen somebody post LeBron James won in-season tournament championship, Michael Jordan 0.
None. Yeah. Gilbert Arenas was running with that. Oh, he the best now. You know what I mean? Mike can't never get that.
Oh boy.
He probably was trolling.
Yeah, he was.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get up out of here for the night. We got the Losers Lounge coming up at about 12:15. So make sure you join us for the Losers Lounge. All right. So just check your notification. You should be getting it within minutes that we got the Losers Lounge coming up in about 15 minutes or so. All right, folks, I'm up out of here. I appreciate your time. And yeah, I'll catch you, probably try to do a quick shoot around sometime tomorrow. Go ahead, Josh.
Real quick, I know Sam getting out of here. You're getting ready for the Losers Lounge. Everybody tune in for that. I am unofficially out of the Navy now, so I have a lot more time to do controversies, and I'm kicking it. Okay. And I'm kicking it off tomorrow. Me and Eru tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Tune in right here on MBK.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
So
10 years.
Man. Congrats for sure. If it happens to be a long show, I'll see if I can jump on after work. But yeah, man. Congrats, man. Yeah, and welcome back.
That's big.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And before I do get up out of here, last thing I want to say is, ladies and gentlemen, go get your Captain Clutch hoodies. All right, printjurisdiction.com. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. All right, go check them out. They're premium hoodies, ladies and gentlemen, and they're exclusively at Print Jurisdiction. So make sure you go check those out. There's also T-shirts that you can get. All right, premium stuff, dope. Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson, Captain Clutch. If you get it from any other place than Print Jurisdiction, you got to knock off. I promise you that. All right, go get them. Go check them out. Link is in the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, we're up out of here. Be peaceful. What?
This is MBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is MBK, nothing but Knicks.